Hi students, welcome back to Maths YouTube channel Maths Insights. After a gap of 2 months, we are meeting again. Due to some reasons, it was unable to publish the videos, but I am promising to all of you that from today onwards, you will receive regular videos which are very useful to every competitive exam as well as every academic class. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is what are inequations and what are the rules to solve an inequation, and particularly we are going to learn the inequations in one variable, how to solve the inequations in one variable. Before going into the topic, I will request you, if you are watching my channel first time, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to share and like, and share it to your friends, relatives who are in need of this type of videos. I am promising you definitely these videos will be very useful. Shall we start the topic? What is inequation and signs of inequations? See, if you take any two variables, let the variables be x and y, then these x and y are related to each other in four ways. Those four ways are, the first one is x may be greater than y or x may be less than y, and third one is x may be greater than or equals to y or x may be less than or equals to y. I will write those four conditions, those four possibilities, those four relations between any two variables x and y. The first one is x may be greater than y or x may be less than y or x may be greater than or equals to y or x may be less than or equals to y. These are the four relations, conditions between x and y. See, in the case of equations, it was very simple that to find the value of the variable involved. Equation means wherever you find the symbol equal, then that is said to be an equation. Suppose I will take an example for that. X plus 2 is equals to 0. In this, x is a variable, since it is containing the symbol equality, therefore that is said to be an equation. In this case, it is very easy to find the value of the variable x. If you send that plus 2 to other side, it will become minus, then you will say that the value of the variable x is minus 2. But in this case, x is greater than y or x may be less than y, x greater than or equals to y, x less than or equals to y. These four conditions or relations are called inequations, and the symbol between them we are representing are called signs of inequality. See, here the symbol is great. This symbol greater than is the symbol of inequality. Here less than, this symbol less than is called symbol of inequality. Here also greater than or equals to is symbol of inequality. Similarly, in this case less than or equals to. So in anywhere, in any problem, if you find these, any of the symbols, any of these symbols, that is said to be an inequation. Inequations are different types. Logarithm inequations are there, different types of inequations are there, but you are dealing with the inequations of linear. Means if the inequations degree is 1, then that is said to be linear inequation. Okay, so I am going to define what is an inequation. If a comma b comma c, okay, if a comma b comma c are three real numbers, then ax plus b greater than c or ax plus b less than c, ax plus b greater than or equals to c, or ax plus c less than or equals to c. These four conditions, relations are called inequations. Why? Because they are containing the signs of inequality, what I said here. Now the variable here is x and a, b, c are constants. Those are numbers. For example, if you want to take an example for this, 2x plus 3 is greater than 8. X is the only variable involved in this inequation. Now solving an equation or inequation is nothing but finding the value of the variable involved in it. Okay, that is very easy in case of equation, but somewhat more reasoning is required here to find the value of x. But you have to follow some rules how to solve the linear inequation. There are rules, so we are going to discuss those rules very easily, and we will solve some problems, some inequations based on those rules. Okay, for you learnt what is an inequation and what are the signs of inequality. To solve any inequation in one variable whose degree is 1, you have to follow some rules. So this is the rule 1. Okay, rule 1 says that when you transfer a positive term from one side of an inequation to other side, see, you know that two sides of inequality, there are two sides of inequality. If any term is transferred, if any positive term is transferred from one side to second side, then if it is positive, then it will become negative. The sign of the term becomes negative. I will explain this by taking an example. Okay, see, 2x plus 4 greater than 6. Now this is one side and this is the other, two sides of the inequality greater than. What I said as per this rule is the plus 4 when transferred to other side will become minus 4. That means its sign will change. That implies to 2x greater than 6 minus 4. Here this sign of inequality will not change, it will remain same. Therefore 2x is greater than 6 minus 4, whatever the value this is. Okay, 2x is greater than 2. So this is the way how to transfer positive term. Similarly, rule 2 says, on transferring a negative term from one side of an inequation to its other side, quite opposite to the rule number 1. If you remember rule number 1, then it is very easy to remember rule number 2. So it will become very clear through an example. Okay, same question, 2x minus 4 greater than 6. In this case, this is the term to left side of the inequality greater than. When I transfer this negative 4, then since it is a negative, then it will become positive as per this rule. Therefore 2x is greater than 6 plus 4. That implies 2x is greater than 10. So in this way we will transfer positive or negative term to other side, right? We will go to the rule number 3. It says, if each term of an inequation be multiplied or divided by the same positive number, this is very important, my dear students, then the sign of inequality remains changed. That means it will not at all change. For example, I am taking, everything will become clear through an example. 4y plus 8 greater than 16. Now what I am saying that if you multiply both sides of an inequality with the same positive number or dividing with the same positive number on both sides, the sign of inequality will remain same. That means if you multiply with the 2, 4y plus 8, 16 into 2, on both sides I am multiplying with positive 2. Therefore this sign of inequality will remain same, it is unchanged. Okay, remains greater than. And also what they are saying that if you divide the same inequation on both sides with 1 by 2, that means if you divide with 2, then here also, then at that time also the sign of inequality will not change. That means 4y plus 8, 16. I am dividing this side with 2 and also this side with 2. Then the sign of inequality will not change. Same, if you are operating with positive number, then there is no problem with the sign of inequality. But in this rule, which is quite opposite to rule number 3, rule number 4 says that if each term of an inequation be multiplied or divided by the same negative number, be careful, negative number, the sign of inequality reverses. It will change really. Yes, suppose for example, I will take that 4 is greater than 2. You know very well this is true. But when you multiply this with minus 2 into 4, here also 2 into minus 2, and both sides of the inequality is multiplied by a negative number, then the sign of inequality will reverse, will become less than. We will verify it. See, minus 2 into 4 will become minus 8 and less than minus 4. This is also true, because even though the number is big when compared to 4, it is bearing a negative. That is the problem. Negative means negative itself. Okay. Similarly, 4 is greater than 2. You know very well. If you divide both sides of the inequality with a negative number, 4 by minus 2, 2 by minus 2. Here also, since you are dividing with minus 2, which is a negative number, then the sign of inequality will change. This greater than will become less than. That means minus 2 less than minus 1, as it is. In this way, you can use these two rules, which are very useful in solving the inequations. We will discuss another two rules, which are also very important. Rule number 5 says that if sign of each term on both sides of an inequation is changed, that means you know that there are two sides for an inequality. If they are both positive and negative, you are changing the sign. Automatically you have to change the sign of inequality also. Then the sign of inequality reverses. Reverse means if it is great becomes less, if it is less becomes great. It will become clear through an example. Okay, suppose you know very well 4x or 4 is greater than 2. 4 is greater than 2. Now this is positive 4, this is positive 2. I am changing this positive 4 to negative 4, this positive 2 to negative 2. Okay, will become negative. Now which one is great? This is less. Minus 4 is less. Yes. So this great will become less. The inequality will reverses. Similarly, if we have minus 8 is less than minus 6. Yes. This is 8 bearing minus and 6 bearing minus. I am changing the sign. When you change the signs of terms on both sides, then the sign of inequality will also changes. Yes, reverses. So this plus 8 plus 6. Yes, this plus 8 will be greater than 6 and the sign less than will become greater than. Okay, this will be very clear when you solve the problems. Coming to the rule number 6, which is the last one. Are you getting bored? No. These are very useful and very easy when you solve the problems. I will make them easy. If both sides of an inequation are positive or negative, and if you are taking the reciprocal means 1 by 2. For 2, reciprocal is 1 by 2. For 8, reciprocal is 1 by 8. For x, reciprocal is 1 by x. Then the sign of inequality reverses. You have two terms on both sides of inequality. If you take the reciprocals of both the terms, then the sign of inequality will reverse. See, 4 is greater than 2. You know where? 4 is a bigger number when compared to positive 2. I am taking the reciprocal of 4 and reciprocal of 2 also. 1 by 4 is less, means you are making 1 into 4 equal parts. Here you are making 1 into two equal parts. If you make two equal parts, then you will get bigger part. Here lesser part. So 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 2 since I am taking the reciprocals. Okay, the sign of the inequality reverses. Even it is negative also. If you take the reciprocals, then it will become changed. The sign of inequality will change. All these rules will become very clear when you solve the problems. Now we will solve the problems. I have taken 4 different problems which are based on different rules. The first one is 3x plus 4 less than 16. What it says, solve the following inequations. Solving equations is very easy. We will find the value of whether x or y or z, whatever the variable may be, exactly. But in this case you cannot find its value exactly. We will say the solution reason means x is greater than 2 means there are infinite number of values which are greater than 2. Is it? Okay. Now 3x plus 4 less than 16. So basing on the first rule, I am solving this. Okay. Basing on the first rule, if you transfer any positive number from one side to other side, then the sign of inequality will not change and this plus will become minus. So 3x less than 16 plus 4 will become minus 4. Is it, my dear students? Is it very easy? That implies to 3x less than 16 minus 4 is 12. Right? Now I want the value of x where it lies, but you have 3x. So to remove 3, you have to divide with the 3 on both sides. Since we are dividing with the positive number on both sides, then there is no change in the sign of inequality. Okay, so 3x by 3 less than 12 by 3. So 3 cancel here. 3 ones are 3 fours are. That implies to x less than 4 means x value lies in the region where you have the values which are less than 4. Can you say how many? You cannot say. They are infinite. That is the difference between equation and inequation. Coming to the second problem, 5x plus 4 less than or equals to 24. Similarly, what I did here, plus 4 when transferred to other side of the inequality, that will become 5x less than or equals to 24 plus 4 will become minus 4. That implies to 5x less than or equals to 24 minus 4 is 20. Okay, again here you want only x value, but you have 5x. So divide with plus 5 on both sides, then the sign of inequality will not change. Okay, so 5x by 5 less than or equals to 20 by 5. If you cancel 5 and 5, you will remain with x, and less than or equals to 5 ones are 5 fours are. So x is less than or equals to 4. See here the difference is less than or equal. In this case you have to exclude 4. 4 is not included in the solution region, but here along with 4, the values which are less than 4 are the solutions of x, solutions of this inequation. Right? Coming to the third question. In this case, minus 3x is there. Means, so far you transferred the constant to other side. When it is plus, it is becoming minus. When it is minus, it will become plus. Here, minus 3x. The constant here is plus 5. So, I am transferring that plus 5 to other side. I will remain with minus 3x less than 11 minus 5. That implies to minus 3x less than, see this is 6. Now here I have minus 3x, but I want only x. So I have to remove this minus 3. Then problem arises here. So to remove this minus 3, I have to divide with minus 3. As per the rule, if you divide or multiply with a negative number with the same negative number, then the sign of inequality will reverses. Means it changes. Therefore, minus 3x by minus 3, these less than will become greater than 6 by minus 3. When you cancel these two, x is greater than 3 ones are 3 twos are, that is minus 2. That means x value is greater than minus 2. You could find infinite number of values which are greater than minus 2. That is the variation between equation and inequation. Coming to this is somewhat looking different but very easy. So far in these three problems, you have variables on only one side of the inequality, but I have taken a different problem in which on both sides of the inequality you have variable. In this case, you have to bring all the variables for which you are going to find solution, how to bring to one side of the inequality. Okay, see, I am keeping x by 2 as it is. This plus x by 3 will become minus x by 3 less than or equals to minus 4 is on the other side, and I will transfer minus 5. Then it will become plus 5 as per the rule number 2. Therefore, x by 2 minus x by 3. If you take LCM, it will become 6. This is 3x minus 2x less than or equals to minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1, right? So this is x by 6 less than or equals to 1. Dear students, you are applying every rule what you learned. That is very important application. Yes. So here you have x by 6, but you want only x. So what you have to do? Simply you have to multiply with plus 6 on both sides. Since you are multiplying with positive value, the sign of inequality will remain same. Yes. So 6 into x by 6 less than or equals to 1 into 6. 6 cancel, x is less than or equals to 6. This is the solution of the inequation x less than or equals to 6, means x value including 6 and the values which are less than 6 are the solutions of these inequations. So these are the problems based on the rules what we learned. If you do more practice by using the rules, then you will get mastery over the problems. So for the purpose of practice, I am giving some problems in description box. Take those problems and solve the problems. Please comment on the comment box and mention the topic on which you are interested to have a video on this. And don't forget that if you like my video, share it, subscribe it and like it. And one more announcement I am announcing here is I am going to post new video every day at 6 p.m. Sure, without any break, every day you will receive a new video at 6 p.m. Be ready to receive that, watch it, encourage me to do more useful videos for all competitive exams and all academic classes. Thank you very much. We will meet again in the next video.